most of you know, I'm Daerick. I'm a healer facilitator is what I like to call it. I'm a practitioner in the healing arts. So I've been doing this for a little over 25 years now, but I think even more important, I've done probably somewhere between 20 and 30,000 treatments. And that is what's allowed me to get good at what I do. It's been the practice. It's been working with so many different clients with so many different combinations of disease and illness and poor health and emotional issues and spiritual issues. I mean, the list goes, as you can imagine, goes on and on. And that's allowed me to really fine tune my abilities. It's been a blessing that I continue to grow all the time. I continue to get better. I think every month I probably get a little bit better at what I do because I'm always looking for ways to improve how to help people. So that's just a continual practice for me, a continual striving to be better and better at what I do, just like many of you do the same in your own professions. So one of the questions that's probably most commonly asked is, how can I further the work that you're doing, or what can be done while you're working on me? So as you all know, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You can be driving a car, you can be sleeping, you can be working. That when I work on you, I'm connecting with your body, mind, intelligence. I'm connecting with your higher self to further that aspect of you, to heal itself, to help remove blocks that are in the way, to help remove physical blocks, but also emotional or spiritual blocks that may be hindering your self-healing. So there's nothing that you have to do, which is pretty wonderful for most people. But there are things that you can do to help further the treatment. So one of the things that you can do, I think probably the simplest and most important, is some simple affirmations. So affirmations are things like I am choosing to be healthy. So that's a very simple example of an affirmation. Affirmations, as most of you may have tried, are hit and miss. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. If affirmations alone were the silver bullet, then we'd all be healthy because it'd be easy to do. But what makes it different is while I'm working with you, there's a couple of things that you can say that will actually help improve the work, because I'm speaking with your body, mind, intelligence. I'm working with your higher self. So there's another level of listening that's going on. So one of the simple affirmations you can start with is just saying to yourself, saying to your body, yes, Daerick, I've asked Daerick to work on me. Please allow him to do whatever he needs to do to help me become healthy. So something like that you can say. Now, that's a good way to start. That's a good thing that you can say every week. Something that I do want you to say, though, that I think is even more helpful is an affirmation about furthering the work that's being done. So, for example, let's say you were working together, we're in the first week, and you notice on Wednesday, for example, that you're starting to have more energy. You're noticing a difference, but you don't even realize it. And maybe on Thursday, you start to not have quite as much energy again, maybe going back a little bit. It might be a 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing. And you don't feel quite as energetic, but you realize, oh, wow, yesterday I did feel more energy. I didn't realize it, but I did feel more. At that point, whenever you realize it, whether it's right in the middle of it or whether it's a day later or several days later, what can be helpful is to say an affirmation that furthers that. So you would say something like, you're talking to your body and saying, yes, I want more energy faster. Now, here's the key to saying affirmations, is one of the main keys is to say it with emotion, because your body is hearing the emotion more than the words. So, for example, the if I were to say that same sentence but with emotion, that's going to be heard just a little bit more. So something like, yes, I want more of that energy that I had yesterday. That's the right direction. Yes, give me more of that. So say it with some energy, say it with some emotion, whatever it is. Even if it's a 5% improvement, what you're doing is you're furthering the communication, you're furthering the new pathway that I'm helping to create within your body that will help change the direction that you've been going, that will help further the work that I'm doing. So you can say that once, you can say that 10 times. Whenever you think about it, you can say it, and that will help to reaffirm the direction that you're going. Let's see here. What else? Are there things we can do? Another question. Are there things we can do to help be more open to the healing or to help its effectiveness? Now, I talked about this last week, so I would have you revisit that as well. But one of the things I didn't talk about is visualization. And visualization goes kind of hand in hand with affirmations. So saying positive affirmations. So most of you know what a positive affirmation. A positive affirmation is saying something every day like, I am healthy and healed. I am healthy and healed. I am healthy and healed. Now, many of you have tried that and it hasn't worked. And one of the reasons, I think, sometimes it works for some people, and many times it doesn't seem to work. And there's some reasons for that. So first of all, I think that the way that you word that affirmation is really important. So when you say, I am happy and healthy, there's a part of you that may be saying BS. I'm not happy. I'm not healthy. So as much as you say it, there's a part of you that's saying, And so it's kind of, negating what you're saying. So one of the ways to reframe that will get around that part of you that says BS is, I'm allowing myself to get happier and healthier more and more every day. And that kind of boy, I can feel the difference already when I say that. That starts to get around the part of you that's in resistance. And that allows your body to kind of have a place to go with this, and a place to move with this. Now, as I mentioned last week, it's important. The other side of the affirmations is the emotion behind the affirmation is more important than the words itself. So if you are just saying, I allow myself to be happier and healthier more and more every day, your body is hearing words all the time. Your mind has thoughts going through it quite often. So it often will ignore thoughts that are going through, unless it's hearing a lot of repetitiveness of something. But what cuts through all the words is the emotion. Remember how we talked about that the universe is hearing the emotion and responding to the emotion. So fear cuts through a lot of the words, and your universe is hearing the fear. Your body's hearing the fear stronger than it's hearing any words. So the same with affirmations, but now we're talking on the opposite side. So when you say an affirmation like I allow myself to be happier and healthier more and more every day, don't just say it like that. Say it with emotion and say, I allow myself to be happier and healthier every day, and feel it. And what will be helpful is a visualization along with that. So a lot of times people will do a visualization. Let's go back to the migraine example. And you're thinking your visualization is I'm migraine free. I'm migraine free. I'm migraine free. That's not nearly as effective as visualizing yourself doing something or being in a way that represents that you don't have migraines. So maybe you find yourself out bike riding with a smile on your face and enjoying the day, the full day out there. So you can visualize doing something that represents that you no longer have migraine, but it's not focused on the migraine, because that way your body, mind, intelligence will actually try to get you more towards the goal of being able to be out there and ride your bike, being, with a smile on your face, which kind of encapsulates being happier and healthier. It encapsulates all of that. So having that vision of doing something that will be joyful for you, that will be fun or exciting or whatever that is, and represents you being healthy, represents you being in the emotional, physical, spiritual place that you want to be, is more powerful. But again, make sure that's an emotional thing. If bike riding is sounds like work to you, then don't use bike riding. Use something that's exciting to you. Use something that feels good. Maybe it's playing in the ocean. Maybe it's skiing down the mountain. Whatever it is. Maybe it's just out for a nice stroll with your partner and seeing you both in love and happy. I mean, whatever that visualization is that you can connect a deep emotion to, will make it much stronger. And then doing that every day, doing that several times a day, will be more effective for you and will help you further all of this work. The other thing I thought I'd speak about is dream programming. So dream programming is another way that you can help with furthering the work. So dream programming, what that means is you're starting to enlist your subconscious and your unconscious to help with furthering your healing. Let's talk about dream programming. So with dream programming, as I mentioned, this is a way to enlist your subconscious and your unconscious to work with you while you sleep. So a statement, and there's probably a lot of ways you can do this, but before you go to sleep, you can say a statement something like, I enlist my subconscious and my unconscious to further my healing regarding my anxiety through my sleep state tonight. And so you're programming that. So you're setting that in motion, talking to your subconscious and unconscious, and allowing that to start helping you. Now, it probably takes many nights to do that before that really starts to kick in or starts to help, because again, your body hears so much of the words that there's a lot of ignoring of that. So repetition is important here. And then what you want to be aware of is that sometimes your subconscious and unconscious is going to work through things through dreams that might seem really kind of scary, or like, oh my God, I don't really want that. So you might wake up out of a semi-nightmare where you were, trying to hurt your mom or whatever it is. And what's important, as soon as you remember, whether it's immediately or whether it's later on in the day, but as soon as you remember, what will be helpful is for you to say, thank you, subconscious and unconscious. I further the release of that. So you may not know exactly what it was, but you want to allow the release of that that dream, however weird it was, rather than saying, oh my God, no, I don't want that. I could never do that. That's kind of actually holding on to the energy a little bit of that dream, rather than allowing your subconscious to work through whatever it needed to work through in whatever weird way to help release some of those old patterns. So you do that regularly, and that will start to kick in the more that you do that.